Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to Teaching Training Session 2020, organized by Sección de Idiomas de la Facultad de Humanidades de la Universidad de San Carlos de Guatemala, Embajada de los Estados Unidos en Guatemala, and Asociación de Jóvenes Ex Becarios del Departamento de Estado AGEDE. My name is Crescencia Sosa, and I will be hosting this conference. We are so happy to have you today with us in this conference. Before to start, these are some general instructions for you to follow. Number one, we will have 10 minutes for questions and answers at the end of the conference, in which I will be reading questions and comments you post directly in the live chat. During the conference, you can write the live chat your questions, okay? Number two, have you already subscribed to our channels? If not, don't forget to subscribe both Idiomas USAC and TTS Conference so you can stay turned on the rest of the conference. And also you can find us more resources on them, okay? And number three, we will give the instructions about the attendance list at the end of this conference. Okay, since today is the last day, we have a surprise for you. Yay! Do you want it? We have a raffle in which the prize is a teacher's items package. So I will share a link of a form on that in the chat right now, and you should fill it in all the information and also leave your opinion about the event. Okay, you have 20 minutes since right now. I'm going to share the link with you. At the end of the conference, we will select the winner. Okay, so good luck. I'm going to share with you the link right now. Just give me a moment. Okay, there you go, the link. So please fill in all the information there, and we will select the winner at the end, okay? So thank you so much for being with us in this conference, Interactive Online Learning, in charge Arístides Simaj, whom we warmly welcome in the name of the organizing commission of TTS 2020, right? So right now I'm going to read the biography of Arístides Simaj. This is in Spanish. Arístides Simaj tiene 25 años, nació en Chicacao, Suchitepeques, el 1 de agosto de 1994. Se mudó a Sololá en el año 2000, en donde reside actualmente. En 2014 se graduó como perito contador en una escuela pública en San José, Chicayá. En 2014 se graduó del programa de microbecas Access, programa financiado por la Embajada de Estados Unidos para aprender inglés. En el 2015 estudió un año más de especialización en docencia en el programa Foster Team. En el año 2016 tomó las certificaciones de Teacher Assistance Certificate, TAC, and SIT, TESOL, Best Practices, dados por World Learning International, los cuales provee de herramientas para la enseñanza de idioma inglés en distintos contextos. Ha participado en campamentos nacionales del programa de microbecas Access, programa para lo cual trabajó desde el 2014 a 2019 en Sololá, Chichicastenango y Quiché para la Universidad del Valle de Guatemala. Actualmente labora para Asociación AKEBI en Quiché en programas financiados por la Embajada de Estados Unidos como catedrático de programa SIAL, Teaching, lo cual consiste en preparar a los estudiantes para que sean maestros de inglés y también como entrenador de maestros del idioma inglés en el Teaching Training Session, en cual provee herramientas a maestros de inglés en el área de Quiché, Guatemala, para mejorar sus técnicas de enseñanza de idioma, para las cuales ha sido presentador de Sololá y Chiquimula desde el año 2017, así como también labora como catedrático del idioma inglés como tercera lengua en para un grupo de señoritas en Santa Cruz del Quiché para BFB Foundation. So, Arístides Simaj, the time is yours.
Thank you so much for giving me the time and welcome participants to this conference. We are very thankful to have you here and let's start. As I told you at the beginning, thank you for joining us and thank you for joining the interactive learning workshop. So we're going to start and we're going to start with a riddle. As you can see there, it says, what can't talk but will reply when spoken to. So in the chat box, just write your answer or what you think the answer is. I will give you some minutes and then I will give you the correct answer. So let's write your ideas in the chat box. Our host is going to share the answers. So facial expressions, okay, it's one. We have Ilse Gomez saying physical expressions and body language. Thank you, good ideas. Let's see what else. Let's see what other ideas. Miriam Lopez saying EACH. No, ECH. Johanna Cancino says Torre. Okay. Johanna Dina Rivera, it depends how you develop the topics. Okay. Then we have Maria de Los Angeles saying echo. Sharon Guzman saying echo. Johanna Cancinos Torre. I'll give you the answer, but some of you got the right answer, and it is the correct answer is an echo. And that's how we are starting our workshop. So now let's move to the next one. I just want to know a bit like what levels you teach, or what levels your students have. So write in the chat box, for example, if you teach elementary school, if you teach middle school or high school, university, high level, intermediate, or I don't know, just write your ideas in the chat box. Catherine Velasquez saying teenagers and adults. Beatriz Middle, Miriam Elementary and Middle School, Claudia High School. So we have like different levels here. We have elementary, we have high school, middle school, ESL for adults mostly. Okay, Rafael. We have university, Ardani. We have Edna High School, Cecilia Mendoza, high level to people who are looking for jobs. Very good. Then we have Wendy with middle school, young adults, high school. So we have different levels, right? Okay, very interesting to read all your comments here. Let's go with the next one. Um, the question is, how do you keep your students motivated in a normal class, not online class, like a regular one? How do you, what activities or what do you do in order for them to be motivated in your class? So write your ideas in the chat box too. Organizing games, Maria de Los Angeles, great. Videos, music, chats, very interesting. Cecilia Mendoza, lots of conversation, playing games like Yesters, Taboo, Open Questions, very good. Ardani participating, okay. Ilse, songs, riddles, games, physical routines, very good. Then we have Claudia, make deals with them. That's pretty interesting to me, like how it would work. David Aguilar, activities and games that help them to find out solution. Very good. Thank you for all your comments. Using warm-ups. Very good. Sharon. Students love playing bingo and big cheese. Maria de Los Angeles. Thank you. We have English songs with lyrics. Areli Lopez. A plant class is a motivated one. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you all for all your comments, for all your ideas on how you keep your students motivated in class. As we all know, it is very difficult to move one physical class or the normal routine we used to have, and now we transform it into a virtual class. It has been a challenge for a lot of teachers who do not use technology very often in class, and that's why this workshop it's named interactive learning, and it is emphasized in an online class. So here I have another question for you. So what apps or platforms do you use to teach? Write your ideas in the chat box. I'll be reading you. We have Zoom, Kahoot by Miriam, Blue Jeans, Skype, Zoom, Nerdpod, Kahoot, Model, Quizzes, Edmodo, very interesting. Great. Okay, we are going to move to the next part. You guys mentioned very important and very useful apps or platforms, and it is very valuable that you as teachers like find different resources in order to provide knowledge to the students. Clap for you. Let's move to the next one, which is I have here three words. The first one is ready, then set, and then go. In order to have an online class or an online classroom, it is very important for us to have, like, first, to find resources, which I mean by platforms or apps that you can use to teach your students, right? So that's part of the ready. And then we have the other one, which is give training and guidance. It is very difficult for us as teachers to get familiarized with all this new system, and it is hard for our students too. So in order or before we start using an app or a platform, it is very important for us as teachers to with, to provide students with guidance. So that's why I have here give training, I mean guidance to our kids. Then we have the next one is set roles because students need to be involved in the class. they need to be doing something. For example, if we use Zoom, we can have a person there like taking the attendance, just taking a screenshot of the device they are using, so we have the attendance. Um, then we have the last part, which is the goal, is have fun. You enjoy what you're doing. Okay, here I have some ideas of platforms. I'm not going to go deep into all of this, but as first one, we have Zoom, which is a very good platform. This is the one I'm using now to do this training with you. Then we have Google Meets, which is another one that you mentioned a lot in the chat box. Then we have the other one, which is Microsoft Meets, which is very similar to Google Meets. Then we have the other one, which is Skype and YouTube to project different things. Here I have some information about Zoom, about Google Meet, which says like more than 100 million of users. And then we have more than 300 millions of minutes used only in April. So this is a platform or an app that people use a lot because it's very good. Then we have the other one here, which is which gives us some ideas on how to set a meeting or how to send the link to the students in order for them to join the virtual class. For example, here as number one, we have enter the link meets.google.com. And then the second one is start a session with your email. Then next one is click on the button to create a new meeting. Then we have name the meeting or what is a topic going to be. Then we have click on the button to start the meeting, and then just copy the link, just send it to your kids, and then they can join you with the virtual class. Some recommendations or some things to consider when we are using Zoom, Meets, Skype, or whatever other platform it is. We have use the earphones, raise the hand, like turn off the microphone if you're not talking. Um, Write in the chat box because we have that option in all the platforms that I mentioned you, which are this like Zoom, Google Meets, Microsoft Meets, Skype. Then we have when we are using some of these platforms, we have the option to schedule our meetings. So that's one of the benefits. We have the option to create a conference very similar to the one we're doing now. Then we have just leave some notes there for our kids. Then we have another one, which is record the session, which is very important when your kids are not there because they are sick or they have some other like emergencies. They can go after and they can watch the class because you have already recorded it. Um, Besides these platforms that we use to give our online class, we have some others which we can use to make our relationship with our students stronger and we can interact more. The first one, it is Kahoot. You mentioned it in the chat box. You mentioned Kahoot in the chat box when I asked you what apps or platforms you used to teach. And we're going to try it now. For the ones who have not used it, we're going to do a small exercise now. So the host will post the link in the chat box. Just click on it and I will send you the code so you can access to small activity. When you click the link, it's going to ask you for a code in order to join the activity. Just the code, you can see it on the screen right now, which is 671156. That's the code for the activity. We have 17 players, 18. It's growing. 24. For 25 players. We're going to wait just one more minute for more people to join, and then I am going to show you the question. Let's go. We have 35, 34 players. So we're going to start. You have only 1 minute or 30 seconds for this. Let's go. Wow. We have 8 participants who have used it with their students, and we have 5 teachers who haven't used it, but I am sure you will start using it in your class. So this is a very good platform where you can have your students interacting with you at the same time when you're teaching. It is very useful. It is very useful to create some kind of assessments, very similar to quizzes. And you can see the result here, and then you can show it to your students when in the actual moment when they are doing the uh, or when they are writing the answers, right? Okay, this is one. Now we are going to go with another one, which is we are going to go with an we're going to start using another app which is called Zimmer Twins, and you will see what you can do with this platform. So you will have the link in the chat box. You can access to that right now, or you can only watch what I can do. and then whenever you have time, you can do it by yourselves, or you can do it right now too. It's your decision. Some of you were asking about the question. I'm sorry, the question just projected some seconds and then it disappeared. If you cannot hear, I am reading a lot of people saying like it's not possible to hear. Just we are going to do something. We're going to double check that everything is working fine, so you can hear us. Okay, when you click to the link, or when you click on the link, this is what it's going to appear on your screen. This is my own account, so it's easy. So you can just go here. Wait, I'll show it to you. Okay. Um, as I told you, when you click on the link, this is the screen that will appear with you. And then this is it is a very interesting platform because you can use it to create different stories. So let's say you are teaching simple present, for example, and then you can assign as homework to your kids or to your students to create a story, to invent it. This platform gives you the option to do it. So for example, now I will create one which is from scratch, which is from zero. And in order to do this, we need to activate this Adobe Flash Player. Now we have this here, and we have this. So we have all these options, so we can use all of them in order to create our story, our poem, or I don't know, whatever you want your students to do. So for example, I will assign this here. I'll assign the other one, which is the cat. Another one here. Another one. Here, as you can see, we have the pictures. We have the small here. And then we can create our story just by clicking here. And then we can write, for example, I am in a concert. And then the next part is this. I am singing here with you. Then the other one is, for example, this. We have this is a very short example, and then once you finish it, you can here, so you can see what you've done. So it's, for example, so little by little, you create your story, and as I told you, you can assign this to your students as homework, so they can do they can become, or they can come with cool ideas. We know that students are very creative, and when they see things like this, it's very fun for them to do it. And I've done it with my students, and it works very good. um, so they see something different. They do not see only like the normal routine. They see, or they do something different. Okay, this is you have the link in the chat box. You can sign up in a free account. Of course, there is always the paid version too, which brings us more cool stuff. But I have my free account, so but it works very good. Now let's go with another one. This is the second platform we finished now. We are going to go now to the other one, which is voice thread. Um, you will have the link for this platform in the chat box too, so you can watch it. One of the questions for Zimmer twins says if we can change the background. Yes, we can, but with the paid version. There we can change it, but with the free version, we cannot do it. Um, and that's the only thing. Let's see more. Let's see if you have questions. I'll be reading you. Liso Roma saying that I think you have to give some directions for use these kind of platforms. As I said some time ago, that it is very like it is necessary for us as teachers to provide guidance to our students, because if we do not do it, some of them are going to feel not okay because they don't know how to use it. So it is very important to provide video tutorials, or you can record yourself doing it, so they can see how it works and how to use it. Let's see what else. Yes, Maria de los Angeles. It is a very good platform to have our students practicing written grammar. So it's very good. Anna Karina, your question is, can we use Simmer twins in Zoom sessions? Yes, you can use it, but only to project your screen the same way I did it here in this session. Let's see some other comments. Anna Karina, let's see your question. Claudia Reyes, I will answer your question when we finish the session, but please keep me or remind me. I will give you some ideas. If it's Michelle Valle, we like the version I used, it's the free version, so you don't have to pay for that. Same thing with Kahoot, same thing with Simmer Twins, and same thing with this app that I'm going to share with you right now. We're going to go with this, which is Voice Thread. I love this platform. It makes students practice a lot, and for us to interact a lot with them too. So same thing here. You can see the options. You have log in to voicethread.com, register, features, and all these options, right? But because I have my account, so I will not go in any of this, but I'll go here in VoiceThread. Then we have here like sign in, register. Because I have my account, I'll go to sign in, my email, my password, and then sign in. This are some things. This is a very old account that I have. Um, these three are my students' homework, but I will show you how cool this app or how cool this platform is. So this is very interactive with your students because you can have written communication with them. You can have spoken communication with them. I'll show you how to create one. So for example, here we have this is the here in where it says crear or create if it's in English. You go here and you can add different things. You can add music, you can add photos, you can add videos or whatever you want here. So I will add a picture. I'll add a picture here. I'll add this. well, this picture. It says ingresar título. For example, I'll write homework. Description, I will add this is my best friend, for example. And then here in etiquetas, if you want to add some links, you can add it there. Then I have here guardar. It's here. So now I'll go here again. And this has already been created. So now if I want to like continue with that, this is the cool stuff here. You have the option to have your students write, for example, here I will write a description of this picture. For example, he is Michael. For beginner students, like very easy sentences. For example, he is Michael. He is from Solola because I am from Solola. Um, he is 24 years old and he likes pizza, for example. And then I go here and it says guardar or save. So, but I also want to record my voice. So I do, for example, this. Hello, this is my friend Michael. He is from Solola and he lives in Solola and he likes pizza. Hello, this is my friend Michael. He is from Solola and he lives in Solola and he likes pizza. You have the option to hear your voice and click in cancelar and to do it again, or you have the option of guardar or save. So I'll click on save. My audio is here. So this is what I've done. I wrote a text here and I have the audio. Hello, this is my friend Michael. He is from Solola and he lives in Solola and he likes pizza. You have some other options, which is like create calls using the same platform. So you can click on this link, but because I don't have any other contact right now, I will not do it. But you can click here and you can have actual calls with your students so you can interact with them. You can also create video calls here, same platform. And then you can upload some other documents, some other comments or whatever in this option here. So once this is, or once the homework, let's say it's created, you just go here, and then it's for your students, right? And then your students only share the link to you and then send it through an email. And then you as a teacher, you can write comments on the homework. You can record your voice saying something to the student. And this whole process creates interaction with our kids. In the chat box, write your ideas. What would you do if you use these apps? Write one idea for Kahoot, write one idea for Zimmer Twins, and one idea for VoiceThread. What things you would like to do with these platforms? I will read your comment here.
Aristides, can you repeat the question for them in order
Oh,
to get
yes.
the information because nobody's writing?
Right, right. The question is, what would you do with these platforms? Or what other things you would like to do when using it? Millie Pass practice vocabulary and make students record their pronunciation. It's very good. So they can practice the written form and the spoken form. Kahoot for word games, Simmer Twins for reading, and VoiceThread for speaking and conversation. Very interesting. Yes. What else would you do? Introduce high frequency words, vocabulary, or grammar. Very good. Voice, invent a chant and record it. Very good. Kahoot can be used for reviews. Yes. They can retell a story using Zimmer Twins, review vocabulary with Kahoot, and VoiceThread for listening. Very interesting. Would like to use this platform to introduce conversations. Sharon, yes, thank you. Write a short dialogue about a certain topic. Maria, yeah, thank you. Kahoot to practice vocabulary, yes. Just one more minute for comments and then we're going to move to something else. Conversation, Ardani, yes. Kahoot for practicing vocabulary or reading comprehension, very good. Grammar, phonics, conversations, very good, Ana Luisa. Vocabulary and check pronunciation, yes, Michelle, bye. Vocabulary, check, and pronunciation and spelling, Liso, yes. For grammar and dialogues, very good. Okay, thank you all for writing your ideas in the chat box. Something I did not mention you when I was showing you this, it's that you can actually just here. Here you have the options to edit it. So here I have only one, right? I have only one slide, but I can create another one. I can create another one. I can create another one. So it little by little, it grows and it gets with more things to be working on. Um, and that is all for this platform. So now we are going to move to another thing, which is this. I will. So we finished with Kahoot, we finished with Simmer Twins, and we finished with VoiceThread. So these three apps, I love them three. I use them a lot in class and with my kids to have more communication and to interact with them. So this is the last thing, another riddle, so we can practice a bit more with this. It says two fathers and
Okay,
two
thank you.
sons are in a car, yet there are only three people in the car. How? So read it, analyze it, and write your answers in the chat box. Yes, Dave Barrios, we are going to share the links with you so you can use it whenever you want. I am waiting for your answers for the riddle. Let's see, what do you get? Yes, you all guessed or you guessed what the answer is. I think you have done it before. Okay, but I will show you the answer. And it is they are a grandfather, a father, and a son. So them three. Thank you so much for watching. I give you or I leave you now with the host of this um, session, and thank you again for joining this session. I hope this was very helpful for you, and I hope you use one of them at least, or the three of them. So now the time is for you, host.
Thank you very much for your time and for the information you shared with us. Just we have a question. We have from Claudia, I think.
Mm,
Yes, Claudia Reyes. She
yes.
said, could you please suggest an app for students who don't know anything of English? I work with teenagers, level beginners. They don't know anything. So, do you have any suggestion for her?
You can use the one that everyone uses, I think, which is Duolingo, which is a very good platform where you can have your students practice in English and also, but it has different levels. So it starts from the beginner until the advanced level. That's the
Okay.
only one I have now. Here I have the email account. Whatever question you have, you can write it there too. If I don't have the answer now, I will write you after when I get ideas. Promise.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Aristides. So right now I'm going to share with you the link for the attendance. Okay, the form is will be available only for 10 to 15 minutes. So please fill it uh, on right now. And the last activity that we have here is the raffle. Okay, are you
Yeah.
ready for that? Yes,
Let's see.
no? Okay, so I'm going to share with you the information. We're going to use an app for this. So, Aristides, can you stop sharing your screen, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, so right now I'm going to share with you my screen for the raffle. And here I have the list, okay? So right now I already have your name here. Can you see your name here? Okay. And then we're going to choose the lucky one. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, who is the winner? Here is the winner. Okay,
Let's see
just
who's the
say
luckiest one today.
Sharon. Yes, Sharon Alejandra Guzman Diaz. Okay, did you see your name,
Congratulations,
Sharon?
Sharon.
Yes, no? Okay, Sharon, we will send you your prize to your house. Just wait for it, okay? Congratulations. This has been all for this conference, so we invite you to join us for our last two conferences today at 5 o'clock. We will have how to design an educational policy planning program framework with Licenciado Jorge Lopez in this channel, and effective question for classroom activities with Sara Maria Cal on our second channel is TTS conferences, and you can follow us on Facebook as Sección de Idiomas USAC, okay? Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much for your time, Arístides Simaj. Thank you for the ideas that you shared with us today. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks.
Bye bye.